Hello, Nick. We are at it again. We are at the end of the noon coalition turn, playing the Battle of Dego. Argento was in command, did a little bit of maneuvering. The Piedmontese guy here failed his check. This guy succeeded. He decided he's the only thing left on this side. He's just going to pull back behind the river, hopefully get a little benefit from that. These guys continue their march order. Again, they're headed for, where are they? Costa La Pera. We'll see how that works out. And then I think this Piedmontese guy, I think he got initiative, was able to move ahead a little bit. This guy did too, which was very nice. Came in to sit in that secured position, and then we've got a reinforcement coming on, the last reinforcement of this game, and he's got orders to go to Iboda. All right, still raining. We found out, so we've got some things going on here. This guy's in an improved position. I don't think he's not going to attack. This guy would be doubled, so it would be a 1 to 1.5. We're not going to bother. He's a nice flank holder. This guy's got to attack. It's going to be a 1 to 1.5. And then here, we decided we're going to just engage Cerrone, getting a little aggressive. We're coming in with 9 3/4 because of the rain. So it's just going to be a 1 to 1, but then Bonaparte's going to make that a 1 to 1.5. So 2 1 to 1.5 attacks. Yeah, not the greatest of odds, but we'll do it. Let's start with the one over here, and we'll see how this is going to start out. Ooh, we got a 1. So 1 to 1. That's a DR. Very nice start. So this guy's pushed back. So do we want to advance? That would, I want to. If I advance there, though, this becomes huge, because if this fails, they can go in there and pretty much have this guy no chance for retreat. But then if I don't, they'll just be able to move back in. What do I think? These guys going to do it? Do I got to be bold? Let's do it. We're going to advance. Of course, they're going to come back 2 to 1 at the minimum. I don't know. You know what? Maybe we'll stay back, because if they move in here, this guy's got to attack both of them if this guy doesn't attack. Ooh, did I do that last turn? I might have screwed up there. I don't know. Gosh, I don't know what to do here. This is where the decisions in this game are agonizing a bit. Like, I feel like this is going to give some cause. French don't know where this little wagon is going. Wagon, whatever. Call things weird things. But a 2 to 1 attack. If I knew Bonaparte wasn't going to be there, I definitely would just throw him in there, take that 2 to 1 attack, not allow them to maneuver. Maybe get lucky, but 1 to 1.5. Yeah, I gotta. This is tough. I feel like I gotta play it safe. He'll stay. So now we'll do this 1.5 to 1, or 1 to 1.5. Oh, damn it. Wrong decision. I rolled a 1, which is going to be a DR. That would have been awesome. Let's see. We're going to have to roll for Bonaparte here, too. Let's see. Where does he want to go? Probably here. Oops. Oh, why didn't I get risky? All right, let's roll for Bonaparte. And he is safe. That could have been huge. All right, let's. What do we want to throw in there? They're going to be coming back with 11. It's going to be 2-1 regardless of who I throw in there. So let's maybe throw Kirpin in. Yeah, unless they bring somebody else around, but I think that is probably the best ideas, which they could because I didn't advance that guy, so maybe I should bring the other guy in. Yeah, just to make it a little more. They had to commit something bigger to get to a 3-1. All right, so that's that. So that's interesting. So we got these guys. Oh man, if I would have had that, these guys could have marched around. All right, that's what I get for not being bold when I try to play safe. But I feel like with the coalition, I gotta play safe. I can't play risky. I can play fast and loose with the French, and I'm able to overcome my mistakes. But it seems like when I do that with the coalition, I just I hose them. All right, let's do the French turn. We are done with the French movement phase. So Laharpe came out. He got his own initiative because Massena gave it to the 1st Division. He came out here. This guy got his own initiative, got here. So if Laharpe's able to get initiative of his own, he'll be able to put both those guys into command. They're going to make a push, try to clear out these units and take that supply source and that wagon. Might be a good idea for that wagon to start thinking about just exiting the board. I think that's legal. I don't think you have to call a general retreat for that. Maybe you do. I don't know. I'll have to look that up when it comes to it. Rampon jumped up here. We're going to have a 1-to-1 attack because of the improved position there for Mirovsky. And Bonaparte here with Cervoni and Lefebvre or Leclerc. They were stuck. They're going to have to attack Limpthe B, Limpthe B at 1.5. Well, it'll be 2-1 after Bonaparte's shift. Victor, he was here. If he would have moved into any of these positions, he would have been forced to attack other units. So he's moving down here, seeing this flanking force coming. I put these back on because I really feel like it might have been given me an advantage as the French because I know the strengths and stuff. I almost feel like it's harder enough on me as the coalition that it doesn't affect me the same. But when I know exactly what the strengths are of the coalition, at least in this game, it seems like not a good thing for me to know. All right, so let's start with this 1-to-1 attack. Improved position to improved position, and it's a 5. That is not good. That's AR star. Yep, nothing there. We already figured out that improved positions don't do it, so they will have to retreat. They'll retreat into here, into the into the chateau. So that's legal to 2 infantry units. And since this guy's in command, he's going to advance. We need to take real estate when we can, and he won't have to attack. They won't have to either, but yeah, gain a little ground. All right, so it's an 11-to-5. Oh God, that's 2-to-1. Why was I thinking different? Well, it's across the stream, so he's going to be 1.5 times it, I believe. Let's see, combat streams. So 1.5. So he's going to be 7.5. 11 to 7.5. Wow, does that get to 3-2 odds? Let's see. We've got 11 divided by 7.5 gets 1.4. I don't believe so. So that's going to be a 1-to-1. Bonaparte will put it up to a 1.5 to 1. Wow, not as good as I thought. So good thing I threw that fiver in there. Here's the attack. Not good, a 5. That's going to be shock. Unfortunately for the coalition, they suffer when it comes to their initiative ratings. So 4-3 to the French at the moment. Let's get all the excitement built up here for this roll. And unreal, the coalition can only roll a 1. So this is going to be 5-3 on the shock. That's going to be a DR. And so this guy, we got divisional integrity, so that's going to be legal. Go back into there. Do they wish to advance? It would cause the coalition to have to attack. But then Bonaparte's getting a little bit extended. That would give the ability to slip through. So I think that would be a dumb idea. We're going to hold just right there. All right, I think that is everybody. Yep, so there you go. That's the end of the noon turn. We'll head into the 1 p.m. turn and do the coalition. Coalition doing their thing. This Piedmontese guy got initiative. Really wanted this guy to get initiative so he could come down here and attack Leclerc, but he failed. This guy continues his march order. These guys continued their march order, and Vukosovic cavalry was forced to attempt a repulse, which obviously failed. It's not 5-to-1 odds, so he's going to have some bad things happening. So he's going to be shifted 2 over. He is out of his order. This guy still trying to get to Constantinople. I don't know if he would have. He would have ended up with all his movement there. He wouldn't have had enough to attempt the repulse. These guys both failed. We're trying to make another lucky push here. These guys are not going to attack, but man, we need to keep pushing them back. And we got bad odds attacks. So let's do the. Actually, wow. Let's do this one first. See if we get lucky. 5-3. It's going to be 1.5 to 1, but then it's going to shift down 2 columns to the 1 to 1.5. A 4. That's AR star. That is in woods. So we are going to go to shock. Hey, the coalition has the advantage this time. Maybe it's just the better quality units. Gets the die rolls. Let's see. No. I don't think the coalition has ever added 1 in this game. However, the attacker with a 4, the defender with a 3, that's a DR. So Victor will retreat. This guy just came out of march order. So he would have, crap. He would have been considered demoralized, so it would have been a 3-3. That's not good. That's a 1R. And so reduce 1 attacking and 1 defending unit. So he doesn't retreat. Well, that's not a great start. That was a nice cav unit there for the coalition. All right, so end of the turn, that'll come off. Well, bummer. All right, so here we go. So just to show you what we got, Cervone's behind streams here, so he's going to be 1.5 his strength, so he's going to be 13.5. We've got, come on now. So we've got 9, 13, 13 and 3/4 because of the rain. So it would be a 1-to-1, but Bonaparte will make it a 1 to 1.5. So let's see what happens. A5, that is not good. That is attacker retreat. So I guess Sveni will go there. And I think we'll have these guys go here. So Bonaparte could advance, but yeah, I think he wants to be able to do what he wants to do. So he will not advance. And that is the end of the coalition turn. Another learning moment here that I realized. So remember, this guy had come in and had to attempt to repulse, and he had the -2 columns. Ended up in shock, and they basically had to exchange. I could have retreated him before combat because he was an all cav stack, so that would have been that would probably been the smart thing to do. But I don't know. I feel like that one. I don't feel I should rewind. If it hadn't gone to shock and he didn't really have a chance there, I would have maybe rewound it. But I don't know. It seems like they both got theirs, so we'll just leave it as is. Another learning moment. Because I messed up. So when this attack here, let's put it back the way it was. So he was attacking. I said it was a 1.5 to 1, and then it went down 2. However, cavalry attacking into the woods is halved. So I definitely would have retreated before that because man, he would have been a 2.5. It would have already been a 1.5 to 1, and then it would have went down to a 1 to 3. And let's see, what did I roll? I think I rolled a 4. It would have been an AR2. So basically, I definitely would have retreated. Probably going to leave this this guy in bad straits here, who's following along, this little arty. But oh well, who cares? Oh, which way do I go? I probably got to go toward my supply source when I retreat before combat. I can go 1 or 2 hexes. I almost feel like I should go 2 to try to make that the clerk cav have a little issue, and I think I will. We'll say he retreated 2 back before combat, so that's a little nice thing. Good idea to have your cav leading your march columns, because if they end up having to repulse, they can just retreat away. So there you go. So end of the French movement, the Harp failed to get himself under command, so no action over here. Everybody else was in command, with Massena and Bonaparte doing their shtick. Very un-French-like, at least when I play him. Pulling back. Looked, the coalition's gotten some rolls here lately, getting their people up, and there was a big hole here that they could have walked through. So Bonaparte thought, hey, let's just move back a little defensively. Got our cav out there for whatever's coming here, and we'll see what happens. We could have attacked here a 1 to 1, but the last time we did that, we had to retreat into the chateau. So we're just going to stay there. Big monstrous 16 defense being in that chateau. So come at us. Yeah, that's going to be a problem to dislodge that as the coalition, but we'll see what happens. All right, we're going to head to the 2 p.m. turn, and we'll do the coalition. End of the coalition turn. Argento failed his command roll, which has actually been pretty rare this game. That might be the first one. So that was disappointing. However, since I used the 1 hex roll, he was within 2 or 3 hexes, so everybody in his command range got to move 1 space. They're not going to attack there because that would be suicide into that chateau. This guy failed to get initiative. If he did get initiative, he was going to try to run up and help this poor little artillery unit that was under the march order, and was trying to get to Costa Lupera, which was right here. and had to attempt to repulse this guy. If only I would have had them at going to Ibotta. That would have been perfect for the situation. I think like last turn, they would have got there, would have came out, and man, it would have been great. So 1 to 2 odds to start, and then 2 shifts. So it's going to be on the 1 to 4. Not very promising. Poor little artillery unit, and he rolls a 1. Holy crap! Unfortunately for a 1 to 4, that's still an AR. But hey, he lives to fight another day, and goes there. So the demoralized will come off, and wow. That is pretty crazy. All right, that is, I'm pretty sure that's all we got. Yep, so we'll do the French turn, and then we'll call this a night. Not a whole lot happening on the French turn. La Harpe did get command, and he's moving up into position, ready to spring that trap. And then basically everybody stayed tight. We want to see what the coalition does. Maybe let them just destroy themselves, banging against us. But Leclerc got a little. He wanted to go after this artillery that got away. So it's in the woods. They're each halved. This guy's an additional 3/4 strength. Still going to be a 2 to 1. Make that attack, and 2. 2 and a 2 to 1 is DR2, so not that great. 1, 2. You would have hoped that Cav would have chased that down and destroyed it. We could advance, but we're gonna play it safe. All right, that is the end of the 2 p.m. turn. We're gonna be heading into the 3 o'clock turn. Let's go ahead and roll for what that weather's going to be, and then we'll end it. So the 3 o'clock turn, it's going to be +1. And let's see. We get a 2 +1, 3. Hey, we're going fair weather. Isn't there something? Man, I thought there was something. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game where, previous weather rain. Oh man, I forgot to add that in the last turn. I don't think it would have mattered. So this turn we're going to have +1, +2, so we're a 4. So rain again. Man, I forgot that. I wonder if I probably missed that in my other games too. That's interesting. That's a good rule. Yeah, if it's raining, you'd expect, it's going to keep raining and then eventually turn to mud. All right, so more rain, which means artillery isn't that impressive. No bombardment, 3/4 strength, and no line of sight. So we'll move on there next time. You enjoy yourself. Roll some dice. Laters.